I felt like I was watching a TV show pilot. Like the setup was really geared toward like episodic television. The opening was a great taste of what was happening, starting with that audio and the imagery of her, because you're hooked and you want to know what's about to happen. And even those credits at the end read like an opening sequence. Honestly, I wanted the rest of the episode. I thought the car chase scene was really impressive. It was well shot, given that you don't have, the typical outside, what is that, the tractor, the trailer that would typically pull a car. So the use of viewing from inside the car to the outside was just perfect. It was coordinated so nice, the weaving in and out of the other cars. It was really easy to watch. It didn't feel like I was being like, oh, it's a car scene. It was great. And overall, I just really can see this being a full-fledged TV show, and that's the most exciting part of watching something like this is it stands alone, fully on its own, but being able to see it go somewhere is just really exciting.
Ooh, suspenseful right at the start. Really pulls you in. Very intense from scene one. That scene where he's, running in the parking complex. What is it about a dark parking complex that just gets your heart racing? I still feel like that every time I go down in the garage and get my car. It's just you just assume something bad is going to happen here, but I liked how they set it up. They gave you like a lot of exposition in the VO from the get-go. You're not sure what you're looking at, and then you kind of get this image of this woman very like overlit, so you only see sort of a silhouette until she comes right up on the camera, and then you discover this woman later on. Almost this angelic air to the way that was lit. And then you have this epic car scene. I mean, well done. These are the types of car scenes that you expect to see in, those multi-million dollar pictures, like the Avengers and what have you. I don't know how they frankly did it, but it was very believable, very edge of your seat, very high intense, high moving. The flashing eyes, the glowing of the eyes is what represents these aliens, and that's how you can tell that they're aliens and not humans. And I just thought that was like well done. It was delicate, it was simple, but it was enough. And they also could communicate with each other telepathically, which I thought came across very well, the way that they did that. There wasn't much need for dialogue within the story because the action told so much of the story. But then you had that action scene. And I mean, I don't know if everyone is a stuntman. I don't know how long they rehearsed that, but it just looked amazing. When that woman came out, there was this one moment where she like flips the guy and then pulls him up into a leg lift and just goes and elbows someone else and just epic. That fight scene was probably better than some of the stuff that I've seen on the big screen, to be honest. And I love seeing a woman in that position of power. Um, it was awesome. It was inspiring.
There's like a sinister and creepy vibe about this piece that I really enjoyed. There's a great sense of style in the piece in which a lot of what you're watching is very grounded. The opening sequence is in a parking lot, I believe, which is sort of a very classic horror trope. But the concept is a sci-fi based concept about an alien species that has sort of infiltrated human society. The opening reminded me a lot of Battlestar Galactica, actually, the Walking Through the Light, which I thought was done well. Most of the pieces done very well. The car scenes, the chase scenes are done quite well as the fight scenes are choreographed quite well. And a lot of the piece looks like a trailer or a setup for a much longer feature, which I thought it worked well in that capacity as well as a short film. And in general, I just thought that the construction of the concept through editing and through directing, it made it feel much bigger than what it really was. And it's really commendable to see what they were able to do stylistically in a space in which clearly not a ton of money was spent, but a lot of detail and a lot of focus was put into crafting the entire idea.
It was really cool. Like we had some really great car stunts here, and then we break out into this epic, martial arts fight. It was really great. You know, it was really, really well done. These are obviously very skilled and, you know, practiced stunt people who wanted to get together and make a cool movie and showcase their talents. And they did a good job. You know, we got a nice piece of a story here, you know, and doing a short like this is like, you couldn't do the whole thing where beginning, middle, and end, we see the Guardians winning the day, what have you. But it was nice. It was a nice piece. Like, let's drop down in the middle of this and you know, show one battle and kind of whet everybody's appetite to the concept. It was a really good job. Everybody did an awesome job. You know, the kind of the lead actor, the guy that was being chased, did a good job. It was fun to see him and his paranoia and his fear. He did a really good job. He's very convincing. And then you know, all of the bad guys were scary, and then our hero shows up. She was awesome. Everybody could fight so well. The choreography and the execution of the choreography was great. The shooting of it, the editing, everything was really well done. And I love the black and white look. It was a really cool look for the whole thing.
I love the performance of the lead, so believable, so terrified. And the aliens pursuing him exude confidence and calm. Amazing fight choreography, and the music really helps with the action. Lots of synth and rhythm. Cool glowing eyes for effect. I love the fast-paced action and the well-done car chase. I really want to see more of this story in a feature.
This gets you right on the edge of your seat immediately from the second that it starts. And I love that. I love kind of being dropped on a moving train and having a little bit of a mystery to kind of figure out, and always being like, okay, what's going to happen? I thought that they executed this brilliantly. All of the actors, I think, did a fantastic job. The stunts, wow. The stunt work, the choreography, the driving stunts, everything was so brilliantly executed. I believed everything that was happening in this. I believed that it was going on. It was great. The cinematography and the camera angles also helped keep that sense of, oh my God, what's going to happen next? They were very smart in how they did the inside the car shots and also the exterior shots outside of the car. It was really, really great. And it kept you biting your nails, wondering if he was going to be okay. And I loved the story. The story was so cool. And the music fit it perfectly. When they went, the choices in music that they did, sometimes it added the sense of foreboding, which the whispers did. Those sound effects with the whispers, that was the thing, that was the piece de resistance, and very clever.
I thought it was really cool, really interesting, really neat fight sequence as well.